Next, we'll move to proclamations. And I'd like to welcome our Chief Equity and Inclusion Officer, Latricia Tillman. And we'll turn it over to you.
Okay, good evening, Madam Chair and Commissioners. For the record, my name is Latricia Tillman, and I'm the Chief Equity and Inclusion Officer for Washington County. It's a pleasure to see you all today. And I'm pleased to offer a few introductory remarks on our cultural heritage celebrations before I turn it over to Kimmy Nord, who's an engineer in land use and transportation and the co-chair of the Black History Month Planning Committee. And Ms. Nord will introduce some of our community's wonderful Black health and wellness professionals who will read the proclamation. So as a reminder, Washington County cultural heritage celebrations and resource pages are a starting point for our collective organizational engagement and learning about equity, diversity, and inclusion. And we are so thankful for the Black History Month celebrations that we will enjoy coming up in February, which have been planned and organized by about 20 staff who volunteered to support our learning in addition to their official work. And they're doing it also in partnership with staff from the City of Hillsborough and Clean Water Services. So we're excited about that collaboration. These celebrations offer an opportunity to enter into relationship with staff and community who identify as Black, African, and/or African American to build trust and deepen our understanding of the diverse and growing communities in Washington County. And the celebrations also create an opportunity to learn about historic and present oppression of the Black community and the community's resilience in the face of that oppression. And that gives us an opportunity to reflect on whether or not our current policies or sentiments support the well-being of the Black community, and whether or not we are actively working to dismantle racism and white supremacy. So recognizing great diversity within our Black, African, and African American communities, we are not speaking fully to all the diversity of experiences within that community. Some immigrated to the United States freely, and there were some who were forcibly removed from their homelands under the bonds of slavery and descendants of those individuals. Consequently, our efforts do not present a comprehensive, exhaustive picture of the nuances or full range of opinions within any culture or subculture. But we do appreciate the thoughtfulness of our committee and the ways that they're curating opportunities for us in Washington County and our partner jurisdictions to learn. If there are questions about what's presented or not presented, people are absolutely welcome to reach out to us at the Office of Equity, Inclusion, and Community Engagement, or to any one of the members of the Planning Committee. And with that, I just want to extend again my appreciation for the committee who met over the past few weeks to bring this to you, and the leadership of the co-chairs, Kimmy Nord from, as I mentioned, Land Use and Transportation, and Brianna Jackson from Human Resources. So with that, I will turn it over to Kimmy, who will introduce Dr. Renee George, Dr. Nadia English Williams, Adebola Adewumi, and Alicia Kelly to read the proclamation. And then following that, Brianna Jackson will provide some closing remarks. So thank you so much. And Kimmy, you can take it away.
Thank you, Latricia. As she said, my name is Kimmy Nord, and I'd like to introduce our readers of the proclamation. Dr. Renee George is a naturopathic physician and licensed midwife at Canyon Medical Center who specializes in family medicine. She is a native of the United States Virgin Islands and has been living in Oregon for the last 9 years. Dr. Nadia English Williams is a passionate naturopathic physician and midwife at Canyon Medical Center. In addition, Dr. English Williams is a PhD candidate at Oregon State University in applied medical anthropology. Her research is focused on maternity care and health outcomes. Adebola Adewumi is the owner of both Gym Guys in-home and mobile personal training company and Rush Bowls, healthy, fast, casual restaurant. He holds a joint master's in engineering and business and previously worked at Intel for 14 years. He left there to pursue his passion of helping people change their lives through health and fitness and is the winner of the National Gym Guys Comeback Award for 2021. And last, Alicia Kelly is a licensed clinical social worker in the state of Oregon and Texas. She is an Oregon native whose mission is to normalize Black mental health therapy in Oregon and make it a natural part of everyday living. She has been known to call herself the therapist with a therapist because she believes in mental health wellness for all. And with that, I'll turn it over to our presenters, starting with Dr. Renee George to read the proclamation. So go ahead and unmute yourselves as you read.
Proclamation, Board of Commissioners for Washington County, a proclamation in honor of Black History Month 2022. Whereas the Washington County Board of Commissioners takes pride in recognizing February 2022 as Black History Month, celebrating the many notable contributions that people of African descent have made to our country. And whereas we acknowledge that we have never fully lived up to the founding ideals of this country of all people being created equal. And whereas we celebrate the diversity of Black people in Washington County, Oregon, our nation, and the Black diaspora, whether they self-identify as African, African American, Afro-Latino, Afro-Caribbean, or Black. And
whereas we recognize this year's Black History Month theme of Black health and wellness, and whereas we acknowledge systemic racism has led to African Americans being more likely to die at an early age from all causes, more commonly misdiagnosed and impacted by health inequities throughout the healthcare system that have traumatized the Black community. And whereas we now celebrate Black health and wellness, including the legacy of Black scholars, midwives, nurses, doctors, practitioners of not only Western medicine, but all the other Indigenous ways of promoting health and healing throughout the Black diaspora. And
whereas we uplift our community leaders, Black business owners, professionals, and others who promote well-being and knowledge throughout the many facets of the Black community as part of our whole inclusive community. And whereas each Black individual has a unique mind, body, and soul, which deserves to be healthy, well, and treated with respect and empathy. And whereas recently deplorable events have re-elevated the mandate of the Black struggle and underscore the need for more than raised voices to bring about the lasting institutional and societal change that is desperately needed in our country. And
whereas we encourage all people to recognize and confront their issues by standing in the gap at every opportunity and eliminating barriers with fearlessness and determination to empower Black people to promote and protect their health and wellness. And whereas today we celebrate and affirm the importance of Black health and wellness to our community throughout our state and the nation. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Washington County Board of Commissioners does hereby proclaim February 1st through February 28th, 2022 as Black History Month and calls upon the people of Washington County to observe this month with appropriate programs, activities, and reflection, and continue our efforts to create a world that is more just, equitable, and prosperous for all.
Thank you to all who presented tonight. My name is Brianna Jackson, and I'm honored to serve as co-chair of the Black History Month Committee with Kimmy Nord. As the Learning and Development Program Manager for Washington County, my work is focused on fostering what I call a culture of continuous learning for our county employees. I see our acknowledgement of Black History Month as an extension of the greater learning and development work. This time of celebration prompts me to share a quote by Marcus Garvey. "The Black skin is not a badge of shame, but rather a glorious symbol of national greatness." My charge to us all through the month of February and always is to hold this quote close to remind us of its truth. Whether through the learning experiences and promotions the Black History Month Committee has curated, or by our everyday encounters with Black inventions around our homes like hairbrushes, doorknobs, dustpans, and clothes dryers, things to keep us safe like traffic signals, home security systems, and fire extinguishers, or things that we likely cannot live without, like cellular phones, colored computer monitors, and automatic gear shifts. My hope is that we will all come to enjoy the rich history of Black culture with a profound sense of gratitude, appreciation, and reverence, because not only is Black history American history, we are all living Black history each and every day. Thank you. With that, I would like to yield the floor back to Latricia.
Again, with so much appreciation to the Black History Month Committee, and especially our collaboration with the City of Hillsborough and Clean Water Services. I actually would love to turn it right back over to the board and to you, Madam Chair, for your consideration of the proclamation that has been read.
Well, commissioners, we've had the wonderful opportunity of hearing from representatives of the community that we serve, and to have them bring to life this proclamation. Are there any of you who wish to make any comments in advance of my asking for a motion to adopt the proclamation? Vice Chair Willie, go ahead.
Yes, I just want to say thank you to Latricia for making this proclamation even more important to me and real, because you had all of these participants read a part of it, and that's exactly what I think we should be doing with our proclamations. So thank you all for being a part of this proclamation in our meeting tonight, and you did a great job. So thank you, Latricia, for doing that.
Commissioner Fye.
Thank you, Chair Harrington. Can you hear me? Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for your the reading of the proclamation. I did everything Commissioner Willie said, and I'm just so proud of you all. The work you put in, it showed. And this is my second Black History Month proclamation, so I'm really proud, and I'm on this journey with you all. So thank you. Great job.
Go ahead, Commissioner Treese.
Well, again, I ditto what Commissioner Willie said, what Commissioner Fye said. It is wonderful to see community members engaged as well as our employees. And that's the employees and the groups within our structure have done a great job. But just in reaching out to the community, I think that's a wonderful addition. And I just want to give a shout out to the Canyon Medical Center. It's close to me in my district, and thank you for the work that you do.
Commissioner Rogers, anything you'd like to share?
Pam, that was blatant. Boy, that was good advertising. No, ditto to everything. That was great. It's always nice to see people participate, and being last doesn't mean that I have anything new to add, other than Madam Chair, would move forward with the proclamation.
Thank you, Commissioner Rogers. And before I ask for a second, I will add my comments. Thank you to each of you. I am grateful for you, for your being part of this community. And I also thank you for helping me be a better ally in serving you and our broader community. I appreciate it. So we have a motion from Commissioner Rogers. We have a second from Commissioner Treese. All those in favor of adopting this Black History Month proclamation, please raise your hand.
We
Thank
didn't,
you,
yeah.
commissioners. Any opposed? Thank you. The motion passes unanimously 5-0. Thank you again for joining us and sharing of your time this evening. And thank you to the committee. We look forward to all of the activities that we'll have available to us throughout the month of February.